Good morning, everybody, and a very warm welcome once again to Empowering Morning Conversations. So let's celebrate another day of living. Let's celebrate with gratitude that we are alive, we are happy, we have a house to live in. We have a lot of love from so many people, whether we know it or we don't. So lots to celebrate life for, isn't it? So today I want to speak with you about being unlimited. So get a sense of yourself and be in touch with how much are we limiting ourselves. Ask yourself, am I truly living as though I'm an unlimited, infinite being? Or do I limit myself? Do I hold myself back? So when you ask this question to yourself, what is the answer you will get? What is the way in which I limit myself? What is the way I hold myself back? And am I living as an infinite, unlimited being that I am? And if I'm not, then what is making me be like that? Looks like Venkatesh is in a train somewhere. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, anything coming to your mind that you'd like to share with us?
Good morning.
Good morning, Venkatesh.
Vistadome, the last thing.
Yeah.
Very good morning, sir.
Good morning, Venkatesh. We cannot hear you. Kunanji, go ahead.
Yeah.
What's coming to me, this realization of being unlimited came very recently, like after interaction with you and understanding, knowing. But with the many responsibilities around and already many decisions already taken, so I feel I am in a state where even though I want to become or feel unlimited and do many things, it's a bit challenging to break free from those created conditions or relations or situations. So that's what is coming to me, sir.
Very nice. So to put it in one sentence, it is that I am limiting myself. Even though I know that I'm an unlimited being, I like the idea of being an unlimited being, but we are actually limiting ourselves. Correct? So
Right.
Thank you very much for sharing that. Okay, what about others? I think what he said might be true for almost everybody here. Everybody here. Okay. So then the question arises, in what way am I limiting myself? And what is that in me that makes me limit myself? If you look at the underlying cause of why are you living like a limited being, then what's the answer do you think you'll get? There's always something behind what we do, no? If you don't do something, there's something behind it. If you do something, also there is something behind it. So if you're being, so you have many times with me on this platform experienced your unlimited self, okay? The unlimited self, which is inhabiting this body for this life experience, so that you've experienced. So you have a sense of what an unlimited being is. But when it comes to living your life like that, you don't do that. We don't do that. And in his own way, Kunan was trying to explain why he doesn't do that. But what is behind that? Why don't we do that? So another question to ask yourself is, what is it that actually limits me to be from being an infinite human being? Forget about being unlimited. Even to completely use your potential in everyday life, there is something that limits you. So you can even talk about that if you want to. Yes, Reddy Garu, thank you very much.
Good morning, sir. The main reason is I don't believe myself.
I don't believe in myself. Okay. Sounds good. I'm not getting into it now. Why you don't believe in yourself? If a person like you is saying that, what about us normal people, ordinary people like us? Here is a man who right after college builds a huge company and doing very well for himself in every possible way. He says that he does not believe in himself. My good God. So it'll be interesting to know, not now. So he said, I'm limiting myself because I don't believe in myself. Yes, Shanti ji.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone. I think that my parents are living this way, so I am also continue to live this way. People around me are living the way, we just copy the way the people around are living us. So we don't know what is unlimited and what is.
Okay. So what she's saying is that we are so much influenced by parents and other people, and we are just living by copying them. Okay. So if they are limited, I am also limited. Very nice. Thank you very much for sharing that. Okay. Who else? What makes you limit yourself? What makes you hold yourself back?
Can I add?
Of course you can add.
I'm living in a society. Society has certain norms. I have a family. I have children to look after. So I have, as a family person, increased my responsibilities, and every responsibility also brings compound or the barrier which cannot be crossed. Because there are people who depend on you. There are people who those who look to you to be copied, or they say they would like to inculcate the similar habits, which brings these limitations. For example, so the society, living in a society has the norms, and those norms have to be followed, which brings us the limitations.
Okay, very beautiful point. But it's interesting, no? The moment we talk about being unlimited, where is your mind going? See, that is why in the old days, when somebody was given, was being groomed. No, sannyas to baat ki baat hai. When, Raja had his children and he had to prepare them for future. Because, comparatively speaking, Raja had unlimited powers, right? He could do anything he wanted. So he sent his children to the Gurukul for what? To make them limited? No.
Limited.
To make them mentally,
mentally,
physically, emotionally strong and in control of themselves. Okay.
Disciplined.
अरे यार उसको discipline बोल लो या कुछ भी बोल दो. Question is कि mental, physical, emotional strength, that is called discipline, isn't it?
Yeah.
So a disciplined person will make a responsible choice.
Yes.
A disciplined person will look for the greater good of everybody.
Yes.
Okay, even a person like Lord Krishna, he would do something which is for the greater good of everybody.
Correct.
Even if he had to kill somebody. Okay. Now, do you notice one thing? The moment I said unlimited, you started thinking, oh, I mean, you know what you said? If somebody becomes unlimited, he will do whatever he wants. He may cross the boundaries of society.
Yeah, correct.
He may become a bad person.
But not bad person, but he will cross the boundaries.
Exactly. Just because somebody crossing the boundaries, today you see people crossing all boundaries, people of power, isn't it? So we feel that if we become, I used to feel like that. For me, money also, like having a lot of money meant that I'll be having so much power that I'll do all sorts of things which I don't want to do, which is not okay for me. So, I mean, just one of the beliefs that we have is, I don't have enough self-control to use my power wisely. I'm an unlimited being. So I don't have the choice to live responsibly. I do. Okay. So unfortunately, what you said is very, 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 very potent, because in our endeavor to make people responsible, see, we only want people to be responsible
Yes,
so that they don't misuse their abilities or their power. Am I right?
yeah, true.
But
Correct.
in our endeavor to do so, we have created people who always limit themselves. क्योंकि the thought of being unlimited, immediately they think कि मैं तो गलत करूंगा. क्यों गलत करोगे भाई? तुम्हारी परवरिश ने तुम्हें गलत करने वाला इंसान बनाया है, नहीं ना?
Galat is you're going to the extreme.
I know, just think about it. Why would I be afraid to be unlimited? What you only said was that there must be some boundaries. Okay.
Yes.
Just say you have a car, it has a brake also.
Yes.
It can go at great speed, but it has been provided with a brake. As a human being, I have been provided by a brake by God called conscience. Okay. Now, unfortunately, some people, when they become powerful, they throw away the brake. They throw away the conscience. We don't have to do that. Yeah. So one of the limitations I'm finding out is one of the reasons why we limit ourselves, maybe I'm saying, maybe the thought that if I'm being unlimited, I may do something wrong.
Yes.
That may be limiting for some people. So unlimited does not mean, what we understand like powerful people, जिनको हम देखते हैं रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में. Even, परमात्मा भी responsibly ही चलते हैं. If Paramatma, the God, was not being responsible, he would have got so angry, he would have, bhasam kar dete the dunya. Right? Because so many wrong things are happening, he would have just खत्म करो ये बेवकूफ लोगों को, इनको जीने का कोई हक नहीं है. But he's still holding it, So question is, we have unlimited, we are an infinite being, we can do, but what is causing us to live in a limited manner? That is the question for the today's discussion. In what way am I limiting myself? In what way am I not living as an infinite being? How much am I holding back? So this is one of the examples that Ashok ji has very rightly said. Kunayan has given an example also, but it comes from where? कि गलत काम ना करूं मैं. I should not do anything wrong.
Yes.
So that is why I'm limiting myself. Even
And the
Kunayan is saying.
responsibility. And the response.
Exactly. But with great power comes great responsibility, sir.
Sure.
In fact, you will find all the people who are truly infinite beings, like people like whoever you have seen, the saints are the ones who are really unlimited beings. Have you noticed that those people are very inclusive?
Yes.
Real saints never promote enmity. They promote harmony. Okay. Enlightened being is the one who is unlimited, really. Okay. And I would like to think of us as people who are on the way to enlightenment, if we are not already enlightened. So enlightened person will always behave very responsibly. वो कचड़ा भी नहीं फेंकेगा सड़क पे.
True.
Okay. So you see, unfortunately, in our life, we associate unlimited beings as, our so-called powerful leaders, who may or may not be behaving very responsibly because of their own beliefs and convictions. So here, we are not here to criticize anyone. Question is, I have a choice whether I will exercise my infinite abilities in a responsible way or not. I have seen some people in their own family, since they are powerful in their own family, they are the head of the family, they behave like dictators. Nobody can talk in front of them. Nobody has got any self determination there. Everybody has to do only what he says. Right? Do you think that is a responsible use of their power in a small kutumb that they've got?
No, I don't think.
You get it? So even in small, I mean, forget about, playing on a national stage or whatever. I mean, we are living our life. We want to do our business properly. We want to live with our families properly. We want to live comfortably. We want a life of ease, joy, and glory. Okay. So whatever I need to have a life of ease, joy, and glory, am I trying to achieve it from my limitations or from my infinite capacity that I have? That's the question. So let's listen to what Hasina ji has to say. Sorry to keep you waiting, Hasina ji and Shanti ji.
No problem. Sir, I limit myself in lots of time because of no confidence.
Because of no confidence.
Confidence.
Okay.
In very many areas.
Okay. And so thanks for sharing that. Also, you start thinking that what is behind low confidence?
Yeah, I feel people around are more powerful, more knowledgeable than me.
Okay,
is the result.
Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, Shanti ji?
Sir, we are very comfortable inside the comfort zone. When we
Yeah.
think unlimited possibilities, unlimited responsibilities, it means we are going out of control and we don't want to do that.
Okay. So you will have to get out of your comfort zone. It may not be comfortable if you try to play big in life. Okay, I got it. Thank you. Yes, Kunan sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So other thing coming to me now, like this is the water bottle. I see I have water, I will drink, it will quench my thirst. Now, when I say I am infinite being, and I'm not trusting this completely or not internalizing this fact completely, just for the sake of saying, yes, I am this, I am that. But there is no complete acceptance or the trust because it's not seen or visible, unlike water and physical experience and all such stuffs. So somewhere there's a gap between uttering, knowing, but not accepting completely, sir.
And that is because, have you noticed that how can you believe anything if you have never lived, if you have never done it? Suppose somebody has not seen juice, okay, never tasted juice before. Okay, let us see grape juice, black grapes ka jo juice hota hai na, he's never tasted it before. And you're saying, ye le lo, acha hai. But that fellow is feeling revulsion because for him that dark color is not nice. Khoon jaisa lagta hai. Nahi, main nahi piyunga. He's never experienced it. Okay. And I've met people like that. They'll never try any new food because they've never eaten it before. They don't like the look of it only. No, I don't like. My youngest son is like that. Okay. I'll tell him, taste it. Nahi, mere ko taste bhi nahi karna hai. Okay. So here we are. Intellectually, we know it. Okay. Experientially, we have experienced it also when you're doing an exercise. But when it comes to actually making life decisions and taking even small actions, who is ruling our action at that moment? Brain number 1 and brain number 2. Okay. What is brain number 1 and brain number 2 always going to tell you? Be careful. Galati na ho jaye. You may make a mistake. People might laugh at you. You may get harmed. You may get damaged. You will lose what you already have. So play safe. Like Hasina ji said, no, we want to live in the comfort zone because of this only. We have never allowed ourselves to express our infiniteness in terms of action. Infinite being आपका जो है अंदर वो बोलता है कुछ भी कर सकते हो करो ना डरते क्यों हो पर ब्रेन नंबर 2 बोलता है नहीं बाबा ये unknown है. This is unknown. Whenever I tried something new when I was a kid, I got beaten. क्यों किया तुमने ऐसा? किसको पूछ के किया? So that automatic thing is coming from somewhere, no? So if we don't do, we will never experience. If we never experience, we'll never believe. So you may call it lack of confidence. You may call it not believing in myself or anything. When I was young, up to the age of 27, and I was a sales manager heading a big team and all, I never believed that I'm capable of talking to groups of people and all that. I only believed I'm a shy person. I never knew anything what is infinite being and all that. Okay. I only knew कि भाई ये मेरे बस की नहीं है. And somebody would tell me, why don't you try it? You speak and see. No, I cannot see. People will laugh. I'll never tell them that people will laugh. In my mind, I'm saying, if I do that, people will laugh at me. So I wouldn't do that. So I'd never know it, no? Until one day, spontaneously, it happened. I just did it. And I said to myself, oh, I can do this. This is a capability I have. I thought I never had it. It's very interesting. I saw this movie called Unchai. How many of you seen it? Unchai, these are 4 old young men, senior citizens. They decide to go to Everest Base Camp.
Yeah.
They don't believe that they can, right? And all the drama that happens because they don't believe that they can. And then they did it. So anyway, we'll come back to it. Everybody's become suitably sober. It's not meant to make you feel small or anything. Okay, so what is it that limits us? It's very individual, yeah? For me, fear was a big limiter. Fear of being laughed at. Fear that somebody will say no to me. Fear that I might fail. Even a small thing, I remember when I was a very young boy, those days when you were a teenager and all that, you wanted to, we would go to parties. So then ladies and gentlemen are there, boys and girls. I would not even dare to go and ask a girl, okay, will you dance with me? What a limited point of view. Everybody, even really horrible looking fellows, they would be doing it. Dancing, talking to the ladies and all. I will be sitting in one corner. Why? Who is going to talk to me? You may say, oh, it's not a big deal. Everybody feels like that when they are young. I'm just giving an example. I was scared to go and talk to my director. Once the MD of the company, when I was working for Bosch, he came on a visit and all the officers were called to, have a meeting with him. And I was the only one who didn't speak. Later on, Mr. Kumar Chandran, he's telling me, Shruti, what happened? Why you didn't speak? Sir, I have nothing. What can I tell a man like that? But he asked a general question to all of you. Everybody gave a reply. Why did you not reply? I mean, I'm just giving you examples of how we hold back. So even if we don't know this concept called unlimited being, even if we don't know it, still look and see how much are we limiting ourselves? And if you're limiting yourself, why are we doing that? Yeah, Arvind ji, you can open your mic also and say, na, हम आपकी आवाज सुनने के लिए तरस रहे हैं.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning.
Right.
कहाँ छुपे हुए हो हुजूर? बहुत दिनों के बाद नजर आ रहे हो.
Right. There was a little break, some different dimensions in life. So I'll have a word with you separately.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think it is the constant judging of the people around which forces you to limit. Otherwise, when you are in yourself, or I mean, this is my personal experience.
It's very right. Very right.
So if I want to escape, I mean, so meditation or whatever we call. So if I come to myself, I feel unlimited. And as soon as I have the wrong kind of, surrounding, which is constant judging, and that causes to limit.
Okay, that's a very, very interesting point. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing it, Arvind. Think about it. If people
you,
are constantly judging, which is true, you know what happened to us? We started constantly judging ourselves also,
Yeah.
so that people don't judge us. Okay.
Correct.
So maybe it's right to say that our own judgments are limiting ourselves.
Yeah, it's the reflection of that, which actually then, if we had some company for the whole day, which was like that, and maybe then you feel restless because you are reflecting the same.
Even otherwise, see, what has happened is because of the childhood programming of people always judging, and we didn't like being judged, no? We are always judging. We are always judging ourselves now. क्योंकि अगर ऐसा करूंगा तो लोग ऐसा बोलेंगे. If I do this, people will say like this. So now I'm judging myself to make sure that I don't do anything where people can judge me. Right? I have a very good friend. He's a very generous, very helping, very kind person, right? And all kind and helping people, their family will always say, you do your own work now. Why are you trying to become Mahatma? Why are you wasting your time and money on people? Okay. So now this is programmed inside. Now you want to do it because you're natural, somebody wants some support and help, you want to do it, but your brain is immediately going, now if I do it, they will say again, you're doing like this and like that. So you don't do it.
Right.
But you notice there's some kind of a fear there, fear of their judgment. We are resisting judgment of other people. Therefore, we are judging ourselves so that others don't judge us. Interesting one.
Correct, sir.
All right. Thank you very much for initiating this lovely direction to this conversation.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. In what other ways are we limiting ourselves? Think. Now look at yourself first, okay? We can talk a lot of stuff in generalities. I mean, the question to ask yourself is, what is limiting myself? How am I limiting me? Yes, Neeti, I saw your hand raised over there.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So,
all is well. How are things with your daddy?
Okay, sir. Another day or two, things should fall into place, hopefully.
Okay. So 1 second, hold on. So my request to every one of the 22 people who are with me on this call, I request you all to send a lot of energy and prayers to Neeti's dad who's in hospital. Okay. Whenever, yeah. All right, go ahead, Neeti. What were you saying?
So what was coming to me is or I should say my non-acceptance of my own abilities. That I can think beyond, I can function beyond, I can go beyond, I can overcome my fear, I can overcome my hindrance. That acceptance, if I am able to tackle, then I would be able to live a unlimited being.
So are you saying, if I'm trying to understand this, Neeti, I don't believe that I have these capabilities? Is that what you're saying?
Partially it is belief and partially it is acceptance.
So what is the meaning of that? I mean, that's what I'm trying to understand. If you have an ability, why would you not be accepting that you have it?
Because I don't believe in it.
Exactly.
We hear that there are these unlimited abilities within us, but we need a lot of pushing, coaxing, a lot of clearances to be able to access that unlimited beings of our own selves.
True.
It has also taken us 664 sessions to come to this realization also. So that's exactly what I'm trying to say. It is our non-acceptance of our own capabilities, even if it is spelt out, till we are not, till the hand-holding is not there at every step, where we begin to experience it. And after a couple of experiences, then we start believing in it. So it is our own resistance.
You know, something very interesting I found out. Even if you start believing in it, if you don't back it up with action, you will stop believing it. Okay.
Yes.
Day before yesterday, I was coaching, counseling, healing one gentleman who's going through a very bad state in his life. Okay. I mean, so bad that he wants to end his life. So bad. Okay. So after all that was done, I asked him, I mean, I actually made him realize that things are not as bad as he thinks. You know, by asking questions like, are you all right? Your health is okay? You know, do you owe people money? Udhar to nahi hai? Nahi, I don't owe anybody any money. Are you living in a good house? Yes, I am. Etc. Etc. So his issue is actually not as big as it is, because if you're in business, there will be ups and downs. Okay. So right now seems to be a bad phase in his business, but it's not that bad that he wants to, you know, end it all. But he also knows somewhere in the back of his mind that there are certain things he should do to get out of it. Okay. So what came to him was that maybe I should ask for ideas from people. What should I do now? Maybe this is not the right business to be pursuing in this situation. Maybe I should do something different. I said, how will you find out that? He said, I have to talk to people. I said, then why don't you talk to people? I don't feel like talking to people. So, you know, that pushing and hand holding I was doing with him, I said, actually write down the names of all the people you know. He was not even willing to write down the names of the people that he knows. That much resistance was coming up. Finally, he wrote it down. I said, now you have to phone them up. He said, yeah, I'll phone them up. And his wife is signaling me from behind saying he's not going to phone up anybody. So I said, okay. So I actually made him make 3 phone calls in front of me. Right? So that was a breakthrough, because he was going more and more alone. He was not talking to people. He was not meeting people. And the outcome of the call is that today he's going to go for 2 meetings with people. Because now if he doesn't go, he'll be embarrassed. And that embarrassment at least will make him go and meet those people. So what did I do? I pushed him, and you can push yourself also if you want to do certain action which you are resisting to do. Because whatever thoughts or limitations are there, they are not allowing you to take actions. If you take those actions, then that limitation will go away. Every time your mind says, I can't do this, or mind says, no, I don't want to do it now. You just do it. No? I don't want to talk to so-and-so. Okay, so talk to so-and-so. Kya ho jayega? That is the most difficult part, right? Even if you have to start walking, you can buy somebody a new cycle. You know, they've never ridden a cycle before. Some people, it's a tough thing to actually tell them, hey, go sit on the seat. No, I'm holding the bike from behind. Yes, very well. So we have a new person here with us, I think, Mr. Mahesh Bhatt. Welcome to our group, Mr. Mahesh. And why don't you let Vetri and Abhinav speak after that? It'll be nice if you can unmute yourself and introduce yourself. You're most welcome to do that. Okay, Vetri.
Thank you very much, sir. Amazing discussion. I want to give my perspective with a little metaphor. Like I am traveling in an unreserved compartment, very comfortably with too much of crowd, with different food and all. Time and again, God sends me the angels like TTRs. They check and tell me, hey, stupid, you deserve to travel in the first class. Why are you sitting here? I say, no, I know, I will go. Like that. You know what I mean by angels. Time and again, God sends me.
Yeah,
but
in the form of some friend or associate or someone.
Like you, this is the perspective I want to put, sir. See, you are getting it. You are being reminded, and it itself is a great blessings and grace that we have people to remind us that who you are. And like you said, I love to change the compartment. Soon it will happen, sir. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing it. And also one thing to remember, see, there can be your friend, your family members. There are people who are willing to, support you. And there are people, mentors like me, who are willing to support you, but they will soon stop, because if you don't show signs of implementing, like I have a friend I have been coaching for a long time. He just doesn't do anything that I tell him to do. So how long will I coach him? Support will also vanish if you don't do what you're asked to. Yes, Abhinav will, Mr. Mahesh, but I hope he's not the same film.
My video is on.
Okay, so you can speak then.
Yeah,
Please
good morning, friends. Thanks to Ashok Bhai, a mentor or a senior father-like figure, elder friendly figure in my life. Finally, I made it because he has been really trying me to get into this. And today also, I missed by 15 minutes. I had a sleep. So I've written 2 books, one on universal values of rich kingdom, and second, why marry?
That's a good one. Vetrivel will be very fond of that book.
Motivation, motivation. So about ke kya karna hai? And I've seen a lot of testing times in my life, 10 years of 3rd degree illness. And I've been coached by lots of people to a point where I've written myself. And I study astrology also. There is a metaphysical science which plays within all of us. And this I studied at the age of 17.
Wow.
So there are divine forces which play with us, and that you need to understand. Which God you need to pray itself is a subject of discussion in our Hindu philosophy. Okay, what suits you is another subject of discussion. So many times I don't like American philosophy, fit the square peg in a round hole. Let the round peg be in a round hole, let the square peg be in a square hole. When the time comes, round will become square, square will become round. Let him work on it. And we don't work. That's the problem. Karma.
करना नहीं है, सोचते
करना नहीं है और कर्म भी नहीं करना. Karma. What is your nitya karma? What is your annual karma? What is your relational karma? What is your professional karma? What is your societal dharma? It starts with dharma actually. What is right and wrong? What is good and bad? What is positive and negative? What is multiplicative and divisive?
Thank you, Mahesh bhai. And I will
मैं तो बुक
request
लिखा
you.
मैं शुरू हो जाता हूँ, किसी को बोलने नहीं देता, जयराम जी की.
नहीं, एक मिनट देखिए, आप जरूर बोलिए, बट आज के मुद्दे
नहीं, आराम से.
आज के मुद्दे भी थोड़ा बोल दीजिए ना. See,
आज
what
का
is
आपने
it that
कहा
limits
कि
us?
empowering limits. Sir, it is like your mind muscle, emotional muscle, intellectual muscle. मैंने chat में लिखा है. Spiritual muscle, relational muscle. We don't work on this inner muscle. Physical building करने जाते हैं, but आपके साथ रिश्ता जोड़ने के लिए मुझे कॉल पे आना पड़ेगा. I have no option there.
Right.
Okay, I have to talk to you. I have to open up. I have to share. I have to be open. I have to be transparent. I have to be friendly. I have to be cultured. आज 4 गालियां दूंगा कॉल पे तो लोग मेरे को म्यूट कर देंगे. नहीं, तमीज भी तो होती है ना. ग्रुप डिसिप्लिन होता है ना सर. वन ऑन वन हम और आप बात करें, एक अलग बात होता है.
Right. So one thing which we are doing here in the Empowering Morning Conversations is that what you're talking now, exercising your mental muscle, emotional muscle, intellectual muscle, and we do it every day. And the purpose of Empowering Morning Conversation is to shift us out of our default mode, the survival mode, which most of the humanity is living in, and getting it to the create mode. And that mode allows you to discover your purpose and live according to that. Okay. We are here to help people to get out of negativity. See, we are bombarded by negativity all the time.
Switch off television and news, the first thing I tell.
So how to not be influenced by the negativity, generate positivity. That's another thing that we try to do here. Third thing is get out of so much of influence of the circumstances. There's a being here who's wanting to express himself. There's a unique being with a unique purpose here. Okay. And he gets lost because we are trying to be like everybody else. So these are things we do every day. And I'm so happy and I'm so grateful to you for joining us. and to Ashok ji for inviting you.
आप सबको बहुत शुक्रिया. It was my pleasure. I mean, I'm happy to be part of it. Let me listen more.
It will be a pleasure to invite you to conduct one of the morning conversations. I will discuss it with you separately.
Okay. My honor.
I like what you're talking about, and it's very relevant to what we do here. So it's another way of looking at things, and I welcome you to come, right? One of these days, very soon, in a day
I'll
or
be
two.
very happy. I'll be happy and blessed.
All right. So thank you very much for being with us, and all of us join to welcome you. We are quite privileged to have
I'm privileged.
Person like you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So Abhinav, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, just one liner. It's your question was why are you not going to? Why am I not going to the next level?
Yeah.
Of
Why are
performance?
you not allowing yourself to function as an infinite being that you are? What is it that limits you?
Playing safe. It's like itana effort. After so much of effort, finally I have reached some level of equilibrium in my life. So why take a risk? But, so let or at least for some time, let me be in the space where I'm, like comfortable. I was not comfortable earlier, so let me be comfortable for some time. Then I will think what to do next.
Yeah. So playing safe के पीछे क्या है मालूम है?
Playing safe के पीछे failure है, fear है, failure है. हाँ.
Failure का fear है ना?
हाँ.
So question is, thank you very much for sharing that. You, all of us, you check and see how much is fear limiting us. Fear of the unknown, fear of this, fear of that. I mean, is it fun to drive your car with partially, pressing the handbrake?
Yeah, no, really no fun. Yeah.
तो वही तो हम कर रहे हैं. मतलब अपना जो है ना,
खाली सड़क पे फर्स्ट गियर पे गाड़ी चलाई जा रही है.
Exactly. Yes, very well.
When we discuss about the topic, suddenly one fear comes: will I lose all the current people in my life? It's not physically losing. You are getting my point.
Yeah. Again,
that
fear
comes. That fear comes. I don't know why.
Yeah. Now, is fear a bad emotion? No, it is there for a purpose. But we cannot always allow the fears to overrule. Now, fears are fine, but whether we should succumb to them every time or not. If I have to save somebody's life and it's a fearful situation, I will have to overcome that fear to save somebody's life, no? Yes, Kausaji. Where are you? Are you still in England?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. To Verina's thing on a lighter note, Swami Malayarambode eppadi thaniya thane. When you're climbing mountain, you're climbing alone, right? The same.
When you're climbing up, you're climbing alone. Are you? Fear of being alone should not stop you from climbing up. Maybe that's what it means. Because sometimes you have to be alone. No? Anybody who started anything great was always alone in the beginning.
Absolutely, sir. And, in this journey, we think people might not, what would happen if I'm not here. But what I see is when we move from the space where we are in going towards more possibilities, there are, things are happening beyond our perception in a very beautiful way, sir. This is my experience, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. But current, see, my only request to you all is that you please refrain from generalities and what all you've read in which all books, okay? Let's talk about our own experience. Like if I ask this question, what is it that's limiting you now? If it is.
My own fear is only limiting me, sir. Even see, I'm breaking it. I'm not fully done with it. Still, I'm, I can still be better, but I would say I am 5% than what I was, a quarter before.
Mm.
in the quarter are better by 5%, I would say, by my by evaluating myself, I would say.
Now imagine, Kasa, you are a race car driver. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you are always afraid that you might meet with an accident, would you have won the tournament?
No, sir. I harness myself for whatever, whatever possibility is there, and I go for it.
Yeah,
And
100%, isn't it?
100%. Yes, sir.
If
And
at
it is
that
on.
time, if your fear was dominating you at that time, you would have never won that competition, right?
Absolutely, sir. And there've been time where I've been fearful. It was in 2004-5. Just to sit with my mentor, I used to be afraid to sit in the car, even though I had interest in racing. But there was a fear. But growing through my fear, that made me achieve whatever I've achieved in that, sir.
Yeah, I like that. Confronting the fear and going beyond it.
Yes, sir.
That is why they say, no? I was watching some program, Dar ke aage jeet hai.
That means, sir?
If you go beyond fear, you will be a winner.
True.
Okay, so our topic today is very simple. Let us identify where we are getting stopped. Okay, let's forget about all big things that we talk about. Look into your life today, in your profession, in your family, in your relationships. Okay, where are you holding yourself back? Okay. And if you don't hold yourself back, what breakthroughs can you achieve in your life? So let us declare today a day when you are going to break out of your limitations and do something which you'd never done before. Very simple, only today. After what you do today, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. One limitation which is holding you back from doing something which you want to do in your life. You're not going to go for winning election or getting a party ticket or stuff like that. Simple things like in the family, in your profession. Identify 4 or 5 things that you are not allowing yourself to do and limiting yourself over there. All right. We cannot end this on a very serious note, right? So you have something known as the power of generation in you. So let us generate some happiness this morning. So when I say 1, 2, 3, we will all laugh 100%. Make sure you don't make noise. You might disturb the neighbors. Silently. So here we go. Rashmi is going to lead this exercise by example. Rashmi ji, please go ahead. Yeah, but you have to say something to initiate these people, no? 1, 2, 3, go. So, feels good, na? Commander sir, Kuldeep ji, let's have some shairi from you today.
सर 2 लाइनें कि दूसरों की गलतियों से सीख जो लेता है, दूसरों की गलतियों से सीख जो लेता है, जिंदगी में फिर वो करता है बहुत कम गलतियां।
वाह, जिंदगी से जो सीख लेता है दूसरों से, वो गलतियां कम करता है। ओके
जी जी, आप ही ट्रांसलेट करें।
A person who learns from others,
Others'
mistakes of others, makes less mistakes in his life. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kasha Sai, you want to tell shairi or something
Tirukkural.
else? Okay, please do. Let us listen to some Tirukkural with translation, please.
Yes, sir. This is the first Tirukkural, sir. It says, Agara Mudala Eluthellam Adi Bhagavan Mudatre Ulagu. It means like the sound or A is the start of any language or any alphabet. Let us start with the infine, with the Almighty. That's what it means, sir.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And
like EMC starts with the laughter.
Great. Kamal, we must listen to your shairi also, no?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, all. Yeah, sir, another wonderful session. And one of the experience which, I have with this, fear of लोग क्या कहेंगे, वो चार लोग जो कहीं exist नहीं होते, वो क्या कहेंगे. So, recently I had that experience कि वो जयपुर में कहीं घूम रहे थे, तो मेरी वाइफ बोलती है कि एक printed shirt थी फूल वाली, why don't you take this? ये बहुत अच्छी लगेगी. And I was that, अरे ये बहुत बेकार है, मतलब लोग क्या कहेंगे. इन जयपुर आई डोंट नो एनीवन. मैं अगर पब्लिक में भी घूमता तो कोई नहीं देखता मेरे को या जानता मेरे को, लेकिन फिर भी आई हैव दैट फेयर कि लोग क्या कहेंगे. तो ये सेल्फ डाउट है या वो लोगों का डर जो होते ही नहीं, एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करते हमारे लिए, लेकिन हम उनके लिए फिर भी बहुत डरते रहते हैं. सो दैट इज रहता है. जैसे वेट्रेबल सर कह रहे हैं कि लोगों को खोने का डर लगता है, पर जो आपके लिए कभी थे ही नहीं, उनका ना होना सब बराबर ही है. एक शेर था कि मन में कुछ भर के जिएंगे, मन भर के कैसे जिएंगे.
फिर से कैन यू रिपीट.
मन में कुछ भर के जिएंगे तो मन भरकर कैसे जिएंगे. That's it. Okay, I think Deepak sir disconnect हो गया.
Kamaji, can you just translate it, please?
Okay, no, if you have something in your heart, how will you live a full life? It's not the exact translation. Rashmi ji, can you do this?
Sorry, please can you repeat it, Kamal ji?
मन में कुछ भरकर जिएंगे तो मन भरकर कैसे जिएंगे.
If we fill our hearts and mind with something, with lots of things, then how are we going to live a full life?
Yes.
Like, how are we going to live a life? If we fill our heart with impossibilities, how are we going to live a life with possibilities?
Correct. Yeah, thank you, Rashmi. Thank you.
Wonderful, Rashmi. And you raised your hand. Can you?
Okay,
Actually,
sorry.
I wanted to just share a poem by Khalil Gibran on fear, if time allows.
We have the time.
Can I quickly just read it?
Please go ahead.
So it is said that before entering the sea, a river trembles with fear. She looks back at the path she has traveled, from the peaks of the mountains, the long winding road, crossing forests and villages. In front of her, she sees an ocean so vast that to enter there seems nothing more than to disappear forever. But there is no other way. The river cannot go back. Nobody can go back. To go back is impossible in existence. The river needs to take the risk of entering the ocean, because only then will fear disappear, because that's where the river will know it's not about disappearing into the ocean, but of becoming the ocean.
Wow. That's amazing. Thank you very much for sharing it. All right. And last but not the least, Kunan Shahidi.
जी जनाब, अर्ज क्या है कि जिंदगी बहुत खूबसूरत है, जिंदगी से प्यार करो। जिंदगी बहुत खूबसूरत है, जिंदगी से प्यार करो। अगर हो रात तो सुबह का इंतजार करो। अगर हो रात तो सुबह का इंतजार करो। और अर्ज क्या है कि वो पल भी आएगा जिसका तुम्हें इंतजार है। वो पल भी आएगा जिसका तुम्हें इंतजार है। बस उस खुदा पे यकीन और वक्त पर एतबार करो।
वाह, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सर।
So guys, have a wonderful day and get beyond one limitation today. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Action, action, action.
Okay.
See you tomorrow. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
And once again, a very, very warm welcome to Mahesh Bhai. And I hope he is a regular contributor to this conversation. Just want to remind everybody, these are empowering morning conversations. Okay. And we welcome anyone and everyone who wants to be in a conversation. All right. So see you tomorrow morning. Have a great day. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
God bless everyone.
Thank you.
Have a great day ahead.
Thank you all.